Okay, you asked me about the DHL, the dynamic hollow layer that most of us live submersed on in 2055. And if you think about it, the closest similarity in your current timeline that I can give you is your think of your current video gaming systems that create an augmented reality experience. Our current 2055 DHL dynamic hollow layer is to your augmented reality systems as is your current smartphones to maybe think about your flip phones or even just your home phones before that. Um, the dynamic hollow layer allows us to live in a reality where we're integrated with technology. And remember, the very first thing you asked me to help you remember is you have nothing to be afraid of. And I can assure you that we meet in a time, 2055, where the world is a pretty cool place to live. And I know right now you're going through a pretty great transition, and there's a lot of topics and ideas that are stirring up fear for a lot of people, but it's a very, very, very important for your future that you remain in a steady state of knowing everything will be okay, and maybe even have that spark of hope that the world is moving toward the desired direction, because I assure you there is a future that you connect with, that it is. And I say it in those words because the future is not fixed. There are actually multiple possibilities available, quite a few actually. And the first concept I think we'll talk about to help paint a picture of how we get to where we are in 2055, where when we may meet. I will do my best to talk in terms of available language you have in your science now when you live in around 2025. You said in your message you received this in 2026. So from your point in time, there's a very, very famous historic scientist named Nikola Tesla who had a pretty famous quote, something about, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of frequency and vibration and energy. And in 2055, our science very commonly recognizes that as truth. So science has moved in a direction where we very common day to day fully understand some of the concepts your science now is just barely touching on. And some people even call some of the concepts kind of woo woo or metaphysical. But our world, the science we have now, um, it's just a given. We kind of laugh at some of the things that in your time you thought were a stretch. And there's so much I'm going to tell you about it. But I think that's the information that I have for you for this transmission, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you more in the next transition.